It is Recognized Maine on RecognizedRap.com. So good to have you in on a Friday. We got a stacked show for you today. We got Maine videographer EditedByCam joining the show. He recently launched his brand new YouTube page. I'm excited to talk to him about that. Of course, we got that new segment called Jammy with Danny, music critic who's featured on Recognized Maine each week. She'll be picking one song to preview and let us know her thoughts on that song. That's coming up later on, but first, we got Lewiston rap star LilKayy joining the show today on Recognized Maine. So Kay, thank you so much for joining the show. I want to start by asking you this. So a lot of people know that you're a very talented rapper, but what they may not know is that you're also an all-American triple jumper. So how much of your work ethic, translates from the track into, the studio?
So basically I just split up my time. So when I'm not practicing, I'm usually just in the studio. I record and mix everything from my room, and then I just have producers send me beats. So once I get out of practice, everything, whatever, I just go in my room and start doing everything myself.
So what would you say is your main focus, your top priority? Is it becoming, a famous athlete, or is it becoming a successful rapper?
Nah, it's definitely being an athlete, but I'm definitely doing music. I'm taking music serious, and wherever that takes me, I'll go with that. But if I ever got a big offer in music, I would definitely take that.
And so much of your music has to deal with, proving people wrong, with waking up those who are sleeping on you. So at what point will you be satisfied, or will you always have that chip on your shoulder?
I feel like that point is going to be when people from my city and in Maine in general start noticing that they're not the only people that listen to me. You feel me?
Yeah, so how has the reception been in Lewiston so far?
I think it's been definitely better compared to when I first started making music. People are starting to be like, oh, okay, his music's actually not that bad. It's actually good. But at first, when I first started, everybody's just nah, he's just another person, whatever. But I feel like people are starting to take me more serious and start actually listening to my music and appreciating it and my style and stuff like that.
Now, was there a particular song that woke people up? A particular song that made people realize, this guy's really got some talent?
It definitely has to be, most recently, Star. I feel like a lot of people have interacted with that, and the views are going up they're going up pretty good. They went up really crazy in the first 2 days, went up to 6,000. But that and K Money with Duke, I think that was what set people off at first.
Right, yeah, I like both of those songs a ton. Those are both good ones. Now, another song you have, Anything for You, you got a lyric on there. You say, I was made by my father. So in what ways has your dad been a positive role model in your life?
Well, he's a DJ and he makes music. He's made music with very big artists overseas in Africa and stuff like that. So I started making music, just beats and whatever. Then I just my dad got me a mic and stuff. And he was like, just try this and whatever. So, he really did start making me make music. And he motivated me because he put me on the artist in Uganda, which is who featured in my first song, the intro. And he's a big artist. He gets millions of views and stuff. So my dad really did put me on. And we have a big plan to go down there and make some big features and stuff like that. Maybe get on the billboards down there.
So does he make Afro beats or mostly hip-hop beats?
Him personally, he's not a beat producer. He's just a DJ, and he travels all around the world to do that. He's been to Dubai and stuff like that. But he doesn't make beats. He's just a party DJ.
Okay, got it. So what does your dad think of your music?
He thinks it's different, and he thinks if I can incorporate that into Afrobeat and stuff like that, that I could really become a top artist in that genre.
Right. So I want to ask you about this. You recently dropped your overseas music video. So if there was one place overseas that you'd love to visit, any country in the world, where would that be?
I don't know. Probably just back to Uganda, because that's I rep Uganda. That's where my dad's from, and that's like I have a lot of support from there. So I mean, definitely Uganda for sure.
Yeah, I think when you're finally at that stage in your career where you're doing world tours, I think Uganda has got to be the first stop on there.
Maybe. That might be the place to start.
All right, well, Kay, thank you so much for joining the show here on Recognize Maine, and we'll definitely stay in touch.
All right, it was nice talking to you, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And that's LilKayy from Lewiston. You can check him out on Instagram at LilKayy. Now, before we bring on the next guest here on Recognize Maine, videographer EditedByCam, let's check out one of his recent music videos that he directed.
Now I'm back with the violence, cause that's what they wanted. I slide on my opposition and opponents. I'm slapping rappers in the motherfucking moaning. And by the evening, how they mamas disown them. I'm back in my zone and I ain't finna stop. I'm back on my bully, it's straight to the top. From fucking on thoughts and running from cops to stacking the guap and switching the pop. I'm playing.
Yeah, so Cam, welcome to the show. I want to start by asking you this. So, you've been shooting music videos for over a year now, it seems, here in the Maine hip-hop scene, but it wasn't until just recently where you launched your YouTube channel. So why was now a good time to do that?
Well, honestly, as you know, and as everyone else in Maine for the most part knows in the rap scene, is that I was working with a partner, and we recently split apart. Like, we don't work, right now we're not really working together anymore. We went different ways, and he's doing his thing, and I'm doing my thing. And I realized that now that I'm doing my own thing, I figured I need to make a new logo that's for me and not the group, and then a YouTube to go with that, and then start posting videos to that too and run that up.
Right, so what caused that split, if you don't mind me asking?
Honestly, there's a lot of things, little things that we argue about a lot, and just personally, I just didn't want anything to do with that anymore. I wanted to do my own thing, and we also both didn't have the same plans for the future. Like, I planned to move to LA once this quarantine stuff's over, and I was talking to him about that, and he wasn't with that, so yeah, it just wasn't really going to work in the long run.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that to me back when we did an interview last year in Orono. You mentioned that after graduation, you plan to move out west, move out to Los Angeles. And I know since that time, you've actually been out there a couple times and shot some videos. So in what ways has Los Angeles become your second home?
I mean, I've been there a couple times in the past year, I think 3 times now in the past year. And I've made a lot of connections. I've shot a couple videos out there, and yeah, pretty much. I'm pumped to go back. I have a bunch of connections right now for videos planned for when I get back already. So yeah, I'm pumped to do that and go make some moves over there.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Now, I also want to get your thoughts on this. So, from a smartphone perspective, music videos are shot horizontally. But then again, TikTok is such a big thing these days. Snapchat has been such a big thing. And, those are both vertically, the videos are vertical on there. So call me crazy, but I think it's only a matter of time until music videos are no longer shot horizontally, but, they're changed to vertical format. I want to get your thoughts on that. Is vertical video something you plan on shooting in the future?
I've recently had somebody hit me up about a video, and it's this one. I thought it was a music video that he was talking about, but after I talked to him a little more, he wants to do it's like a brand deal for a clothing line. He wants to do that vertical, obviously, because it'd be for Instagram and like just for clothing brand account. And yeah, like he wants to do that. I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not too sure how it'll turn out. But it's worth a shot to see how that goes. Just a little bit more variety on videos.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, I think it's worth a shot as well. And who knows? Maybe you could be early on that curve of vertical music videos. Now, let me ask you this. There's a lot that goes into being videographer. A lot of people don't probably realize, the location scouting that goes into music video shoots, the filming aspect during the video shoot itself. Then also, of course, the long and tedious editing process afterwards. So what part of that process is the part you're most passionate about? The part that really gets you out of bed in the morning?
Honestly, I just love, like, the last video I shot I shot with somebody the other day. They came over to my house because obviously we can't really go any place in public to shoot. And so he came over, and we have a golf course in my backyard, and we shot there. And that, like, I was so pumped to do that. It almost felt like Drewski was supposed to pull up for the video too, but his parents wouldn't let him come and stuff. But like stuff like that, like getting with the boys, shooting a video, doing what we love, like it gets us all out of bed in the morning.
Right, yeah, that's where the memories are made, all coming together, being on camera, having a lot of fun. I can definitely see that as well. Now, the last question I got for you, a bonus question. Is there a specific music video that you've seen, by a famous artist that you wish you shot? One that you saw that you're like, damn, I definitely could have done something dope with that.
I forgot what it's called, but the new DaBaby video that Real Goat shot, that video is crazy good.
Right, yeah. I haven't seen that one myself. The last DaBaby video I saw was, I think it was Bop, the Broadway musical one where everyone's out dancing in the street. That's definitely a good video for sure, but all right, yeah, I got to check that one out. But anyways, thank you so much for joining the show here on Recognized Maine, and enjoy the rest of your day.
No, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, for sure. And you guys can check out Cam on Instagram at EditedByCam. And again, make sure to check out his YouTube channel as well. And now we got the segment of the show called Jammy with Danny, a new music critic. She's going to be choosing one song per week and share her thoughts with you on that song. So Danny, what song are we playing today?
Hey Matt. So today we're going to listen to What's Next by Drippy. Let's hear it.
Hey, what's next? I just gon' call me a check. I just gon' call me a jet. You mad cause you know that I'm next. Why you mad? Why you look depressed? Because I just fucked on your next. Also just fucked on your ex. Hot hit and they call me some murder. Pull up on a nigga, catch me a burner. Pity poppin' like I pop in a burner. Any nigga talk down, I'ma hurt him. Any nigga talk down, I'ma hurt him. Yeah.
So Matt, this is not really my favorite song by Drippy because it's not really as original as his other songs are. This flow gives me the vibes of like DaBaby and things like that, which is still lit. I could still bump to it, but it's not as original as his other songs. So yeah, back to you, Matt.
Yeah, I definitely hear where you're coming from. Drippy, he's got a lot of songs that, are highly energetic. They make you feel good. But other than that, they're sort of one-dimensional in that sense. So I think it would have been good, if he brought something new to the table that time around. But I guess we'll have to wait until the next release from Drippy to see if that happens. But yeah, definitely, if you got a song you want us to check out on next week's episode of Recognized Maine, please let us know in the comments section below. And stay safe and enjoy the weekend. Thank you for tuning in.